Take a guess. What's in the bag? Let's take a look. If you've been following me very long at all, last 6 months or so, well, last year, I have grown very fond of FireMaple. They make some fantastic backcountry cook stoves that work really well for disaster readiness, backcountry cooking on a hiking, backpacking trip, survival trip, whatever it might be. And this is the Star X2 Pro. This is the latest that they've sent me, and I'm going to take a look at it. Here's what they're saying. This thing will burn water. This thing will boil water 30% faster than your typical stove. We'll put that to the test today. Let's take a look at everything in the kit. Everything that is here fits inside and nests inside the cup except this fuel canister. If you have a fuel canister that is thinner than this one and doesn't hold as much volume, everything nests inside here, including the fuel canister. However, here's what we've got. You've got a mesh bag. The mesh bag, I think, is a great idea because, hey, if everything is washed and clean, it still needs to evaporate water off of it, and that mesh allows that to happen. Here's your primary canister covered in neoprene with a dispersal system for the heat on the bottom. That means once this is warm, you can grab hold of this. It actually has this handle that pops down so you can lift it up just like a regular pot, which makes that really nice. You have the stand itself. This fits in the bottom when it's all together. Then you fold everything out. This is beautiful, and this is necessary. A lot of people don't use these, and that's very problematic. Number 3 injury in the backcountry, according to the Wilderness Medical Society, is burns from stoves and fires. So use your stand. That'll make everything a lot more stable. You have your burner that, again, sits on top of your fuel canister, and this has an incredibly easy to grab valve, including when you have gloves on if you're trying to cook in cold weather. So you can grab this rather easily. Makes that really nice. You have a top here that does not melt when it's on top and everything is being boiled. Works exceptionally well. It has aeration holes so that some of the steam will come off and it won't capture inside there and then pop the top. And then you have this apparatus right here, which actually sits on top of the burner. And that allows you, if you don't want to use the primary pot, you can then put a pan directly on top of this, or you can put sticks on here or a grill or something of that nature and cook stuff right over the burner. All right, let's put this together, put it to the test. First off, take your valve, flip it out of the way, because when it's stored there. Take your fuel canister. The top there goes directly onto here. Just has threads to make that work. Then you want to match up one of these small teats right here into that section of the base and then twist, and that secures it so it won't come off. Then here's how I like to do this. Turn it upside down, snap out the legs, because you'll notice if you just sit this on there, it doesn't fit real well. So you put it on 2 of them. That's what I've done on this side and this side, and then pull this one so it's secure even more. Make sure everything's popped into place. Now, everything is very secure, and on this particular setting, very stable. Now, all I need to do is put my water in, which I'm going to do right here. There are graduation marks opposite the side of the handle, so you know how much water to put in there. This is a pretty big pot, which is pretty awesome. And then we're going to hit the clicker. If I can find it right here. And now we wait. And seriously, from a safety perspective, don't leave this now. You should have all your stuff ready that you want to utilize, your meal, whatever it is you're going to cook, utensils, all the things. You don't want to start this and then just walk off from it, because that boiling over and you turning and seeing, hey, it's boiling over, and you come back and grab it and try to put it out and all that kind of good stuff, that's where burns happen. So stay with it. That way you can pay attention. When the steam starts coming out of here, that's when, hey, it's ready to go. It's going to be hot enough to make your meal. You can turn the valve off. And you can hear this. One of the things that I love about the FireMaples that have not been really easy to get in these stoves If you listen closely, you can tell I can change the volume of gas that's coming out. It's not just on or off. It actually has a valve that increases. And if I just want to turn it down and keep things warm, I can turn it down and do that too. Here's the steam that we're talking about. I'll let a little bit more start coming out. That'll let me know that we're pretty good to go. But let's take a look and see what it looks like in there. You can see it's already starting to boil. That is hot enough to make a meal with clean water. If I was utilizing this to purify water, I would make sure that I saw a rolling boil. It'll be fine once it gets to a certain temperature before the rolling boil, but in survival, we try to take it up a notch and make sure we have visual confirmation of what we're seeing, that it's boiling, verifying that we're at the temperature that we need it to be. So, if we're fixing a meal, we're done. Turn it off. And we got plenty of good water to make us a meal. There it is. I mean, come on. It's that fast. It's FireMaple. It works really well. And it's half the price of the competition that's out there. And they're all made overseas. That's something you should consider. All of them, including this one and the other ones that are incredibly popular. But these are half the price. So come on, join in, get you a FireMaple, and let's cook some meals together.